Hey y'all, I'm Heaven, and this is Queendom Connections Revamped. This is a twin flame soulmate karmic channel only. So if you are looking for zodiac signs, you would not find them on this channel. These are general messages. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't try to force it to fit. Don't get mad when it don't. Okay? If this is your first time watching me, I do curse. I do. I may curse a little bit, may curse a lot, just really depends, but I will curse. So if you don't want to hear me cursing, which is fine, you might not want to watch me. And if you wear your feelings on your sleeve, again, you might not want to watch me because I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. So we're going to just jump into the message, see what Spirit need and want you to know when it comes to the person on your mind, not mine. Again, take what resonates and leave the rest, baby. The cards are already ready to talk. You got pretending under the bottom of the deck. It says, I am tired of pretending that I am happy without you. The silence is killing me. So right now there's most likely a no communication situation going on between you and this person, and they may have tried to act like they gave no fucks, they didn't care, but this person is tired of fucking pretending. Do you hear me? They tired. Okay, so we're gonna take that out. Bottom of the deck, because I'm gonna keep this because I wanted 3 messages and 2 came out. Moonlight says the moon represents your emotions. Moonlight is the reflection of your love. With this moonlight energy, you could be dealing with a Pisces. You could be a Pisces, or this person is, it kind of go with this pretended card, this person is hiding their true feelings, okay? So, the first card says power couple, an indestructible force that many wish they could be, liked by few, envied by most. So I feel like this person is realizing that with you, you know, they could have it all. You and them together could take over the world, metaphorically speaking. But for some reason, y'all not dealing with one another. Y'all in separation. I don't know why, but the main focus of this person's energy towards you is they may have hid how they truly felt towards you, but they tired of pretending, and they tired of actually hiding it, okay? You got priority. You are no longer an option. I am making you a priority. Action match their words. So, 9 times out of 10, you were not this person's main focus in the past. Hence, why y'all know most likely in no communication or in separation. For whatever reason, this person was not being honest about their feelings, whether it was with you, family members, friends, I don't know, another partner, baby mama, baby daddy, I don't know. But they tired of pretending. They don't want to pretend anymore. They would rather be with you than without you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You and I, Jodeci, quit playing. This person is like, look, you and them are never part. My tea. Okay, but anyway. But yeah, this person see you and them, you know, building something very beautiful together, if that's possible, because I don't know how you feel about them. But they tired of pretending that they are happy without you. Okay? They tired of it. They don't like it. And they ready to do something about it, okay? So, let's see what tarot deck do I want to use. Y'all know I got to be guided to a tarot deck. I can't just go. I keep looking at this Arcanum. I wasn't going to get it, but my eyes just keep going back to it. So, I guess this is the deck we're going to use, okay? Look, disagreement. Fucking figures. There is conflict between you and this person because y'all not saying eye to eye right now. It could be because they thought you was going to compete for them or chase them or fight for them or something like that. Or it could be just because a lot of people were interfering. But you and this person are right now having a disagreement, you know what I'm saying? And maybe they were selfish and was like, you know what, it's my way or the highway, or whatever you thinking or saying is not what that is. You know how some people are. But since you've been gone, they like, you know what? I think the collective may have been right. And if they got a big ego, they probably would never tell you that you're right or that they think you're right. But I do get that energy that this person has been contemplating for some time. And whatever you said makes sense. Okay? But disagreements under the bottom of the deck. This is the 5 of Wands energy. It says misunderstandings lead to heated debates. Clashing perspectives create further discord. So, you know, maybe this person was having some type of disagreement with their family when it came to you and them being together. Maybe they was having a disagreement with somebody else. But I do feel like at some point in the connection between you and them, y'all kind of bumped heads and there was a disagreement because you were not the main focus. You were not a priority. And you could have pulled your energy back. And at one point, they acted like they didn't care, but the shit, this person, look, I'm tired of acting. They tired of acting. They said, fuck that. They want the collective. Excuse me, right now. They got to find their way back to you. You hear me, Jaheen? So, messages for the collective. What can they expect from this person with this energy coming out? What can they expect from this person on their mind? I guess within the next 30 days, what can they expect from this person? Look, you got bondage. And this is the devil card. So, it says addictions, codependency, or avoidance patterns may be surfacing. Face them with honesty. Oh, so this person is realizing that they have been avoiding the truth. And they were not ready to face that truth, which could have been for some of y'all that, yeah, they did love you. They were in love with you. Yeah, they wanted to be with you, whatever the case may be. But bondage came out. So I feel like this person is realizing that they have to face this truth. And for a long time, they may have not wanted to face this particular truth. This person was stuck in addictions. They were stuck in their ways, basically, and didn't want to change. I don't feel like you was asking them to change. I feel like your energy was just so different from their energy that they knew that if things were going to work between you and them, that they would have to fucking change. And they wasn't ready to change. Or they were just being selfish, What else? What can the collective expect within the next 30 days when it comes to the person on their mind? Wisdom. This is the Queen of Swords energy. It says mental sharpness aligns with the courage to speak truth. Your words are a guiding light. So now that this person is ready to face this pattern that they have been in for some time now. I don't know how long they've been in this energy, but now that they're ready to face the truth, they are also ready to speak the truth. Okay? I like it. Judgment under the bottom of the deck. It says it's time to take responsibility for past actions and recognize how they shaped your present. So this person is now ready to take accountability for their actions, whatever those actions may be. They realizing that, they messed up. And it was partially due to ego, addictions, people interfering, putting their nose in situations they don't belong in, family and friends, you know how they do. But they ready to take responsibility for those actions. And in taking responsibility for those actions, they hoping that you will give them another chance with the Judgment card. Give me one more. What can the collective expect? Whoa, that's too many. Look, you got maturity, which is the King of Cups. But I'm not going to take all these. It's 4. I just wanted one more. Okay, bars. But the King of Cups came out. But it says maturity. So this person, and this well, let me see. Oh yeah, this King of Cups got one cup in their hand, but a scepter in the other hand. So there was definitely something else holding this person back. Whether it was a job, family, kids, whatever. But they have become a little bit more wiser when it comes to their feelings. And maybe this is somebody that wasn't used to verbalizing their feelings or being vulnerable. Look, you got crossroads. Yeah, this is somebody who never wanted to basically be in touch. If this is a man, even if it's a woman, but especially if it's a man, did not see themselves being in, their feminine energy or their feminine era by being vulnerable, by talking about, their feelings, their emotions. They manly, or if they're a woman, they just don't get down like that. They just so rough around the edges because they just used to taking care of themselves. But That's what kept them stuck. But now they are ready to move forward with the Eight of Wands that says momentum. And then you got fantasy. I feel like they ready to move away from the illusions that they have been living in. You know, I don't know how long. Look, yeah, surrender. They now looking at everything from a different perspective, ready to surrender. They see now that they've had it wrong this entire time. Not just with you, but just in life. I'm getting the energy of somebody saying, damn, if I just would have recognized this earlier, I wouldn't have broke so many hearts. I wouldn't have went through so many relationships. I wouldn't have, you know, sabotaged myself. That's what I'm getting from this person. This is somebody would lick you up by H-time plan. This person probably felt like the only thing that they had to do was show up physically. You know what I'm saying? As long as they was putting it down, you know, everything was good. But with you, it was different. And you wanted more than just a physical connection with this person. And maybe they just were not ready, or at least they were acting like they were not ready. But I feel like it's because of past situations. Celebration. 4 of Wands. So within the next 30 days, I feel like a lot of y'all, or whoever this may be resonating with, you are going to end up communicating with this person. They are going to speak a truth to you. And once they speak that truth to you, I feel like you and this person will be on the road to building a future together with the 4 of Wands. You could be saying 11-11. Celebration says a special occasion calls for celebration, bringing joyful energy to home and community. So a special occasion calls for celebration. That special occasion is this person finally taking responsibility, like the bondage card, the devil card is saying, seeing the pattern within themselves, speaking the truth, and then coming towards you and being completely open and honest, okay? Which you may be looking for from this person. And once you get there, you could be in a, you know, same-sex relationship, because that's 2 women right there. Don't necessarily have to be. But I feel like y'all gonna come to an agreement, okay? I would rather you show me than just tell me. And I do feel like they will show you. I don't feel like this person is going, look, yeah, because remember, priority says you are no longer an option. I am making you a priority. Actions match their words. So this person is definitely up for the challenge. And within the next 30 days, this person is going to come to a realization that they were wrong, that you are, you know, the best person for them. And that they should have treated you better than better than they did, basically. I don't know really why I'm stumbling over my words. Maybe this person is not usually the type to speak about their feelings and their emotions. I don't know, because it's like I can't even talk about being emotional. And y'all know I can run my mouth. Look, resilience. So yeah, y'all definitely dealing with somebody who they done been through some things. With the resilience card, you know, the wounded warrior, they done had a lot of ups and downs in life. But I feel like this self-reflection, that path that they have went on, or that they going down, they starting to realize that now is not a time to give up. Especially now that they realizing the truth. They can't give up. Baby, when I tell you I turned on this fan because I was getting a little hot, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm getting a little cold. So maybe this person got cold feet, okay? Because I got all the blinds up, open. And usually when I have all the blinds open, it is hot in here. I even got the window cracked. But I'm getting extremely cold, like I'm sitting right up under the air conditioner. So maybe this person just got cold feet right now. But, you know, for whoever this may be resonating for, within 30 days, this person will reach out to have a heart-to-heart conversation. They will open up to you. They will be vulnerable with you. And then, you know, I guess the ball will be in your court. But with what I'm seeing with this celebration card, it looked like y'all gonna give this person a chance. I'm just saying. But clarify bondage. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, but somebody who had a lot of addictions, toxic tendencies, you know, was somebody who kept allowing their family and friends to, put their nose in y'all business, and they never stood up for you, or they never spoke up for you. But they realize that now. You got manifestation, which is the Magician card. It says, be intentional with your energy. You have the power to bring your desires to life. And now that they realize this truth, they are trying to manifest you back into their life. I don't feel like this person think you gonna fully reject them, but I don't think they think you gonna get them a chance. So realizing that it's up to them, they are doing what they have to do to try to manifest you. Bondage. Let's clarify bondage. This person says, shit, by any means necessary, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Wands, swords, cups, pentacles. This person is determined to do whatever they have to do to win you back. Melancholy. Why? Because they are not happy. Them being in this devil energy with these toxic attachments, these low vibrational ways, this belief system, the mindset, whatever it was, got this person to a place of realizing that they were not happy. Whoever they are, they're not happy. They're not happy with the way that their life is going currently. So melancholy says emotional dissatisfaction may be clouding your ability to receive new blessings. So as this person recognize these toxic patterns that they have, they are no longer able to make an excuse. That's what I'm getting at. Like, whoever this person is, they make excuses for the things that they do, the actions, certain shit that they say. But that's part of that toxic ass energy, that mindset, that belief system. And they realize it's gotten them nowhere. This person, even though the Magician card is not in the reverse, I do feel like this person was used to manipulating things to turn out into their favor. Work, love, life. You know what I'm saying? They were easily persuasive to somebody else, like people on the outside, lovers, family, friends. They could manipulate people because they just knew how. But when it came to you, they couldn't really manipulate you. They tried, and I feel like it worked a little bit, but at some point, y'all decided to go y'all separate ways, and this person tried to act like they didn't care. But they do. They tired, they tired of fucking pretending like they don't care. Look, rejuvenation, the star. Yeah. So as this person begin to recognize the patterns, and they recognize that they sabotage this connection, they are hoping and praying that they can do something to fix it, basically. With the Four of Cups being here, I do feel like this person, I ain't gonna say they not happy about trying to mend I just feel like they wasn't ready to accept the fact that their toxic ways is the reason why they've had so many bad relationships in their lifetime. Because again, whoever this person is, they just thought that the way that they were doing things were the way that you were supposed to do things. The man, how some men, they so misogynistic that they like, the man is the head, and you gotta follow my lead, you gotta surrender to me, I wear the pants and blah blah blah. And maybe that's just their mind frame in the moment. But as they recognize that that's toxic, that if they want to have something meaningful with somebody, they have to make that person their equal. They can't be more than the person. They can't be more than the program, bigger than the program. You see what I'm saying? And it's a bitter pill to swallow, but I do feel like after some time of reflection, and after they have come to realize that they were better with you than without you, it began to dawn on this person that, damn, you know what, I've been having it wrong this entire time. Like, you were the best thing that could have ever happened to this person, I'm hearing, simply because of your nature, so caring, so loving, so gentle. I feel like some of y'all are very outspoken. You may be blunt, you don't hold your tongue, but when you speak to people, you don't speak to people with the energy of, you gonna listen to me and you gonna do what I say type of energy. When you speak in love. You just blunt and outspoken. So maybe this person could have took that the wrong, your bluntness or your outspokenness the wrong way, and instead of trying to get an understanding, they got defensive. Okay, but they realizing now that was they mistake. They were avoiding a truth, and basically that truth is that you were the best option for them, but they didn't want to believe it at the time. Whoever they are, maybe they thought they could find better. I don't know. Look, yep, new ideas. The Ace of Swords under the bottom of the deck. This person thought that they could find better. Look, and then the Ace of Cups. This is somebody who had a wandering eye. They were never satisfied, always looking for the next best thing. And they thought that when they walked away from you, that they would find better, and they didn't. And I said they walked away because the Eight of Cups is here, and they didn't. And so as time has passed, they've been just basically, thinking life, thinking through life and thinking through relationships and, basically what's going on in their life. And they started to realize that they were toxic as fuck. Now they can understand why you was coming at them the way that you was coming at them. And I don't even feel like you was coming at this person in a bad way. You was just being blunt. You were being open and honest, which you thought you could, but this person took it the wrong way. They wore their feelings on their sleeve. And unfortunately, because they wore their feelings on their sleeve, they sabotaged this connection. But I do see this person coming towards you to speak their truth, hoping that you will at least give them a chance to speak a truth. Queen of Swords. Why is this here? Queen of Swords. And if this is you in the Queen of Swords energy, they understand why. They know that you guarded. They know that, but they also, I'm feeling that this person is like, that they have a right to be in this energy because I was wrong. Answering service, Gerald Levert. And it may have taken you to ignore them. Maybe they've been calling, you ain't been answering, they've been texting, you've been leaving them on red. So they come to the conclusion that, you have every right to be upset with them, disappointed in them, disgusted with them. You have every right to be that way. Queen of Swords. But they plan on coming and speaking the truth. Look, fantasy, the Seven of Cups. It says you are you are faced with numerous choices, but some may be illusions. So I do feel like this person is trying to figure out the best way to approach the situation. They may be thinking, well, maybe I'll say it this way, and then they'll be like, no, because that'll be a lie. Or maybe I can do this, and yeah, that'll work, and then they'll think of something else. And then, so it's like they're trying to figure out the best course of action to be able to say this thing that they need to say, which is a truth. Because again, now mind you, right now, y'all with no communication, they pretending like they good, but they not. So how do they get you to believe them when they do speak this truth is what they trying to figure out. Because they've shown you that they don't give a fuck in so many words, okay? You got curiosity, the Page of Swords. I told you. This person is trying to, they asking people, they trying to do research, and in the way of asking other couples or friends or family members, when you was wrong, what did you say? What did you do? How did things go? How should I approach this? So I do feel like they are very curious. They very curious to know how they need to go about speaking the truth, when all they have to do is really just tell the truth, speak the truth, just speak it. Don't try to come with no drawn out explanation or nothing like that. Just speak the truth. Hey, can I talk to you about what? I want to be honest with you about my feelings. Okay, I'm listening. And then just start speaking the truth. Don't try to come up with a game plan. Well, if she say this or he say this, I'm going to say this. That's where they messing up at. But curiosity says, this is a time of intellectual growth. Lean into the urge to explore, learn, and articulate. I'm telling you, they're trying to figure out what they can say and how to say it. All they have to do is just speak from their heart. That's really all they have to do. They don't understand that concept though, okay? Because this is new to them. Being vulnerable, being open about their feelings, and being honest, okay? Look, new idea. And it came out. That's the truth. But they are ready to be honest with you. They just don't know how to be honest. Because whoever this person is, they lived their life so long living a lie. Yeah, they did. Look, Enterprise, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so maybe this person was just, and look, the King of Swords. So maybe this person was just more focused on the bigger picture for them, you know, being stable. For somebody with, even though this King of Swords is upright right behind this King of Pentacles, I feel like this person was more focused on the material versus, you know, emotion. They could have been very cold, very detached, but it was not because they didn't have feelings for you. You were just not a priority for them. Their priority was making sure that they were stable. Look, it was money. It was always money. It was never you, but not in a bad way. So work could have came before you. You know, it don't necessarily have to be another person. It could have just been they was a workaholic. You know, they was always wanting money, 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 and they couldn't keep their ass still. They couldn't work on. They didn't have work-love balance. Okay, but they recognized that, and they are wanting to change that. You got celebration. This is the Four of Wands. I do feel like once you and this person have the conversation that needs to be had, y'all will work things out. I just feel that way. Four of Wands. Clarify the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Look, yep. And their biggest fear is you not hearing them out or you not giving them another chance. New ideas, because I didn't read that. It says, expect a breakthrough in thought, justice, or communication as new truths are revealed. I told you. So within the next 30 days, this person is going to recognize that they were wrong, reach out to basically speak their truth in hopes that they can fix this connection. And y'all, you know, pick up where y'all left off at, or y'all start again. Right now, this person stressed like a motherfucker because they don't know if you're going to take them back or not. Their biggest fear is that you say, you know, well, I appreciate you being honest with me, but no, I don't want to be with you no more. I don't love you. I don't care. Now that you care, I don't care. You know, some people are going to do that because they petty. You know, they want to get their lick back instead of letting God get the lick back, so they will have the life that they deserve. But whoever you are, I do feel like you are genuinely being patient because you know that you and this person are meant to be together, but you're not going to force the issue. They don't know that though. Anxiety says fear, shame, or regret may be spiraling, but not everything you're imagining is real. So even though they assume you may reject them, they don't know that to be the solid truth, but it's still a fear for them. It is. It's one of their biggest fears. Four of Wands. But I just kind of feel like the devil is just playing on this person's top. Because if they can get this person to listen to them like they used to, they won't even try to come and speak a truth or make it right. Look, but sorrow, the Five of Cups. So it says loss and grief bring deep sadness and mourning, yet not all is lost. And y'all, these words are little as fuck, and I'm already blind, so so I can read just little bitty ass words. But yeah, this person is afraid. You got regret with the Nine of Swords here, and then we already know that the Five of Cups is regret too. So their biggest fear is you rejecting them when they do come back, trying to win you back. So right now, they actually have to work through that as well to be able to face their fear. But within the next 30 days, oh yeah, this person is planning on winning you back if that's possible. You got the Four of Pentacles. It says hoarding, not wanting to let you. And if you do give them the opportunity to make things right, they ain't never going to let you go again. Do you hear me? They ain't gonna never let you go again. It says clinging to control, possessions, or routines may be rooted in insecurity. So this person is ready to be open and honest about why they were never vulnerable in the beginning, why they, why they were so masculine or why they were so hyper independent if it's a female. But I feel like if you give this person another chance, they'll never let you go. Because being without you is killing them, I'm hearing. Look, victory. And things are going to work out. Things will work out for you and this person. Victory says, which is the Chariot, a surge of momentum takes you to the finish line. Your will is strong and your path is clear. So as this person recognize their patterns, they can begin to heal those patterns, but they have to first recognize them. So that's what they're going through. They recognizing why they so avoidant, or why they non-committal, or why they have to have multiple people, or why they always looking for greener grass. Once they recognize that, then they can start to work on healing that part of them that makes them sabotage connections. Once that happens and they heal, they will be coming towards you to speak their truth in hopes that you will give them another chance. But they are afraid that you are going to reject them. But if you don't reject them and you give them another chance, you ain't going to have to worry about this person doing you wrong again. At least not for a long time, okay? At least for not a long time. So let's get a message from their higher self, and then we're going to get a final message, okay? So message from this person's higher self. Look, I split the deck, and what do it say? I love you. They ready to now be vulnerable with you. Give me a couple of messages from this person's higher self. What do they need the collective to know? Not want you to know, but what do this person's higher self need the collective to know? What do they need the collective to know? What does this person's higher self need the collective to know? Oh, one message came out, okay. Bottom of the deck. I feel you leaving me behind. I told you. They can feel you leaving them. They don't feel your energy. It's becoming real to them. That's why you got this pretending card. They tired of pretending because now shit done got real. You really done pulled your energy back. You really have let go and let God. And they like, oh hell no, I gotta do something ASAP. Just being near you is intoxicating. So maybe with this coming out as what you need to know, maybe this person was not used to the level of love you gave them, and it fucked them up. Like, they didn't understand why they was yearning for you and longing for you, and basically, and I don't know why I'm getting this, but in this person's mind, they were becoming soft for you, and they didn't understand, like, nah, I'm a man, or nah, I've been hyper independent my whole life. I ain't never needed no motherfucking body. But that was the delusion of their ego, because their ego was lying, basically saying, oh, you need them to feel this way. No, it wasn't a need. It was just genuine. It was real, and it scared them because they were used to fake. Nothing more, nothing less, okay? So final message for the collective when it comes to the person on their mind. What is the final message, Spirit? Mr. Too Damn Good, Gerald Levert. Even though it's a Mr. Too Damn Good, I feel like this is what this person is feeling about you. You were too damn good to them, and they were not used to that. But when you pulled your energy back and that shit started feeling real, shit, they said, oh, no, you know what, it's time for me to swallow my pride and do something about this, because they don't want to let you get away. They already feel you, that you slipped through their fingers. Some of y'all could still be single if they feeling like, they can win you back. they may know that you still single. If you're not still single, I'm not talking to you, okay? Look, very soon, under the bottom of the deck, it says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So what do you want when it comes to the person on your mind? Do you want to make amends with this person and get back together and work things out? Or do you just want to move on and say fuck them and do your thing? Because whatever you want the most in your heart, that's what you're going to get. Okay? But the card that came out is make the effort. Okay? So if you want to be with this person, make the effort. When they come to you, and if they making the effort, all you have to do is make the effort too. But I feel like some of y'all going to kind of be a little pessimistic, a little standoffish when it comes to this person, because they've already lied to you. They've already manipulated you. They've already betrayed you. You just want to know that it's going to be real and you're not going to be wasting your time. Because look at her. He trying to kiss on her and she like, no, boy, go on. But Spirit is saying, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So if you're not being guided to take these steps, don't take them. But if you know you being guided, make the effort, okay? I'm going to end it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. If so, I ask that you hit the thumbs up button, comment down below, share the video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now. We'd love to have you. If you'd like to donate to my channel, get your girl a gift, because y'all know I love surprises. All that information is in the description box below. Hype the video for your girl if you can. If not, hit the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. Watch an ad or two. It helps the channel if you fuck with your girl, okay? Readings are back open at the end of this month. So, yeah, had to put it back out there. So, bye, you guys.